This is another press conference that I hate standing up here and talking about. Unfortunately, I've had to do it too many times this year, and I'm scared to death that I'm going to have to continue to do it some more this year, and that's talk about young people losing their lives. I've said it many times that a gun's going to get you one or two places, either in the cemetery or in prison. And the case I'm about to talk about is exactly what happened, and just an example of that, where we've got 3 young people basically who've lost their lives, all involving a gun. Last Thursday, you had a mom crying because her 18-year-old son, John Kelly, had been killed. Then on Saturday, you had another mother crying because her son was arrested for murder, 17 years old. Then yesterday, you had a third mother crying because her son was arrested for murder too. That's 3 young people now who've lost their lives, 1 in the cemetery and 2 probably going to be in prison for a long time over guns. Started last Thursday on Walcott Street, where John Kelly met up with Damari Flanagan and Javian Coates, and they were involved in something illegal. All 3 of them were, and as a result of what they were doing, Flanagan and Coates both shot Kelly. They shot him there, and then they got in the car with him in the car, sat on top of him, and drove him somewhere else, and then abandoned the car and left their cell phone in the car. Now, these young people think they're gangsters and they're killers, but then they do something stupid like that where they leave their phone in the car, which makes it very easy for us to solve the crime. So we've got 2 17-year-olds now who's under arrest for the murder, and they're charged as adults. I don't know, you stand up here and I just shake my head and just go, why? Why? Why do we have young people that are continuing to get involved in illegal activity involves guns, and somebody ends up dead and some others end up in prison? It's sad. It's sad that we've got this going on in our community, but it's something that Chief Holbrook and I talk about daily, that it's a crisis that we've got in our community, young people with guns. The last time a Richland County deputy shot and killed someone in Richland County was in 2013. 2013 was the last time a Richland County deputy shot and killed someone. It's not cops who are killing people in our community. It's our young people killing each other. From January 1st to June 2nd of last year, 2020, we had 12 murders. This year, from January 1st to June 2nd, we've had 14 murders. 2 more. They're all solved. We're doing our part. We're catching the people responsible, but that's not stopping people from dying. But what really jumps out to me and Chief Holbrook is the number of people that we've gotten shot. In 2020, during that same 5-month period of time, we had 30 people shot. This year, we've already had 54 people shot. That 54, 14 are dead. That's 54 people that's been shot in our community that's been involved with guns and illegal activity. I don't know what it's going to take for our community to just be totally outraged about this crisis we've got and come together as a community. This is not a law enforcement problem. This is a community problem, and the only way we're going to solve this is as a community. We're doing our part. We've got diversionary programs. We're doing stuff with young people. We're making arrests, but that is not stopping these young people out here with guns who just have total disregard for somebody's life. After they shot John Kelly, get in the car and sat on top of him and drove him somewhere and then left him there. No remorse whatsoever, just total disregard for human life. It's hard to understand what's in the mind of these young people who are out here with these guns, who are just shooting and just don't care. The message from the Sheriff's Department is, we're going to lock you up. We're going to come get you. You go out here and you shoot, and you do these murders, or you just shoot people, we're going to get you. We're going to catch you. We're going to hold you accountable. But the message to the community is, community, you got to do something. You got to stand up now as a community, and we got to do something. You've got to stop this crisis, or we're going to continue to have me standing up here talking about young people who are dying and young people going to prison. Questions?
So you say that this is a community problem, so the solution would be taking the guns away from them. How are they getting these guns? Are they illegal?
The guns aren't the problem. It's the people that's holding the guns are the problem. You know, most of the guns are stolen, but that's not it. It's the people that are holding these guns that are just don't care about people's lives and they're shooting. That's who we got to get to. It's not taking guns off the street. And we take guns off the street, hundreds of guns. Between us and the city, we've taken hundreds of guns off the street. That's not going to stop the problem. We've got to change the mindset of people. That's what's got to change.
You said they were involved in illegal activity. What illegal activity were they involved in?
Just no need to go into that. They just were involved in some illegal activity. Unfortunately, it costs one their life and two is going to go to prison.
And was he shot in the vehicle or was he outside of the vehicle when he was shot?
He was inside the vehicle when he was shot.
Were these two suspects classmates though?
One of them went to Dreer. Well, both of them were going to Dreer at this time. One of them had previously went to AC Flora. So the one that was killed was a current member of AC Flora High School, and one was at Dreer, and one I think had been suspended from Dreer. It's sad. I just hope that the community that's listening and watching this, I get calls and text messages from probably the same people every time I have one of these press conferences that just say, what can we do, what can we do? The community's got to do something, and that's the churches, that's the schools, that's community leaders, that's elected officials. Let's just stop talking and just start doing some work. Let's work together to solve this. If not, then I'm going to be standing up here again probably too soon and saying the same thing over and over again.
And you say that you don't know what's going on in their mind. What are they saying when you bring them in? Do they say anything?
Not really. They're sorry that they got caught. That's pretty much what comes out of them. They're sorry that they got caught. They really don't care that they shot somebody and killed them. They don't. And that's what the saddest part is there's really not any remorse whatsoever for what they've done. It's just remorse for getting caught. And again, they think that gun's going to, I don't know what they think that gun's going to do. At that moment, they don't care. They don't care that they're taking a human life. And that's sad. That's sad.
Did they say how far away the incident occurred compared to where they found the body?
Probably less than a mile from Walcott Street to Fraser Street. It wasn't that far. But they did not want to leave the car and the victim where the shooting happened. They wanted to get away from there. So they crawl in the car and sit on top of him, and they drive it somewhere else. That's cold. That's cold. All right, thank y'all.